Hello everybody, my name is Lance Barrel. Welcome to my reaction and sort of a preliminary discussion to the Nintendo Switch successor reveal. So, right off the bat, instead of just jumping into my reaction to the new console, they just shadow dropped this today out of nowhere. So I kind of wanted to have a discussion, and I have talked about it before on some other videos, but I wanted to kind of get my thoughts out there before we actually see what the console is, because it's been a hot topic of discussion, and I haven't really made a dedicated video of that sort regarding the new Switch and what it will look like, what I think it's gonna be, or any of the leaks, any of that. I haven't really talked about any of that. So yeah, I just wanted to get some of my thoughts out there. Hold on, I gotta fix my character a bit. So yeah, the Nintendo Switch 2, the new Switch. It's so we know it's been in development for quite a while. It was rumored to be in development. I forget when it was that the Switch OLED released, but it was theorized for a while that we were going to get a Nintendo Switch Pro. That didn't end up happening. We ended up getting a Nintendo Switch OLED. I think later that year or the year after. Oh yeah, it was around like 2020, wasn't it? When Corona happened. And so it's been theorized that there was they ended up delaying the Switch Pro and just were like, you know what, let's just release like an OLED model and hoard all of our resources for developing like the next Switch, the Switch successor. And that makes sense. It's been about 8 years now, which is crazy to think about. It feels like it was not even that long ago when the Switch was revealed. I wasn't even living in the same house, and it's hard to kind of reflect and be like, oh yeah, it was that long ago. But here we are. They just dropped the trailer, and to my knowledge, they didn't announce this beforehand. Like, everyone was kind of expecting them to announce it on Thursday because that's what was rumored. Like, announce that they were going to do a direct or something. But no, they just kind of dropped the trailer out of nowhere. And maybe, I don't know, maybe they're just kind of sick of all the leaks that have been going around, and they're just like, you know what, here, you can have it. And here's the thing. Here's the interesting thing about like my perspective on this. I haven't been paying attention to the leaks. I've been intentionally avoiding them whenever I can, because I want to. I'm someone who likes to experience announcements as they happen naturally, rather than, you know, checking out all the leaks and stuff. And I saw some, you know, like when there was that CAD, like 3D model, CAD 3D model that was supposedly provided for like print shells and skins and stuff. I saw that, and I've seen, you know, some other pictures here and there, but I've largely avoided any schematics outside of like what was rumored years ago. So I have no idea what it's even gonna look like. Supposedly it just looks like the current Switch, except a bit more sleek, thicker Joy-Cons and that stuff. But I thought it'd be fun to just kind of theorize. Like, you guys already know what it looks like, but I'm kind of on the precipice of finally seeing what this console we've been waiting for basically since the original Switch launched. I'm just on the precipice of finding out what it looks like, and that's always exciting, and it's always something that's kind of sad to relinquish, you know, that sort of fun speculation. So, there's so many interesting things I could start with. Like, first of all, like the first thing that comes to mind, the Joy-Cons are supposedly bigger. And that also raises some other questions. So, will the Joy-Cons come with an IR sensor? Because that's a feature that has driven up the price of the Joy-Cons somewhat on the base Switch model and the OLED model. And it's a feature that isn't really utilized in any games. Like, it sounds like it'd be a good feature, you know, to have sort of a Wii remote, you know, IR sensor. But, and it's also supposedly a really good one. versus the original Wii remote. But it isn't designed in a way that could be utilized with that for that purpose. First of all, there was no sensor bar that came with the Nintendo Switch. And the RS sensor is on the back of the Joy-Con instead of, or on the bottom instead of the top. There were some games that utilized it, namely Nintendo Labo. But the thing is, Nintendo Labo was built for the original Joy-Cons. So my thinking is that the new Joy-Cons would be too big to fit in Labo, and Nintendo's probably not going to just re-release Labo with slightly different proportions, dimensions. So my thoughts behind that are, they didn't really get a lot of mileage out of the IR sensors, and it just kind of added to the price. It didn't really have a point outside of a cute novelty. And if I was Nintendo, I mean, you never know with Nintendo, but if I was like Nintendo, I would be like, yeah, we don't really need this. There's not really a purpose to having a IR sensor built in to the Joy-Cons. But here's the thing. They could have like a port at the bottom of the controller, where they could attach peripherals like an IR sensor. You know what I'm saying? They could have like a USB-C port or some other port, like even a proprietary port, where you can just plug something into the bottom of the Joy-Con like you could for like the Wii remote. The Wii remotes had a proprietary sort of port where you could plug in a nunchuck and stuff like that. So I could see them doing that, and I think that would be way smarter because it's like, oh, you just kind of have a port at the bottom of the controller. That's not really that big of an issue. I wouldn't imagine it would cost all that much. Would it be strong enough? Like, would the profile of the new Joy-Cons, would it be strong enough to support like a peripheral attachment without it breaking off? I don't know, but it's an interesting idea. So yeah, I don't think there's gonna be an IR sensor. Or I think it's likely there won't be, but I'll be excited to be proven right or wrong either way. What else? I would love for there to be, how would you say, what do you call it? Like the GameCube triggers. I want the GameCube style triggers to come back. Are there any modern controllers that use that sort of, what is it called? It's not analog, is it? Is it called analog? Don't remember. But like in Super Mario Sunshine, you can kind of lightly hold down the trigger on the GameCube, and Mario will spray out water from FLUDD while running, and if you push it out all the way, Mario will stop in place and you kind of aim around. And to me, that was always like peak controls, was the variability of the triggers. And I think the PS4 might have that built in. I'm struggling to remember for sure, but I know that the reason that Nintendo and other companies didn't end up returning to that sort of style of triggers is because there's a weird patent for some nobody control. I don't even think it's for video games. I think it's for like hospital equipment. And they ended up suing Nintendo, and Nintendo had to settle. And yeah, so it's like for this nobody company is the reason we don't have good controllers with like variable Z triggers, and that sucks. And in my opinion, I think either they should just license it if you can. Like, why can't you just license it? You're Nintendo. You can afford to like pay a license for that, or I don't know, maybe you could argue that in court. Maybe you could have that reevaluated by the company. What if Nintendo was like, okay, we're gonna buy this company, buy the patent from you, you can't have it anymore. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna do that. Have those new triggers, but I would love if they did. That would be a really cool feature. That's like, wow, okay, these controllers already, I'm invested. I'm invested in these new controllers. Better sticks, obviously. Nintendo patented some new sticks that supposedly won't get drift. They're like some of the more advanced analog sticks. I think they use electromagnets or some junk. So that's cool. No more Joy-Con drift. Excited about that. Oh yeah, they also supposedly use magnets to attach to the Switch, and I'm curious how that'll work because it's like how does it work? So if the Switch loses power, does the console just fall? Does it just fall off the Joy-Cons? Like how does it stay connected? I'm very curious about that. And it's interesting because that was originally their idea. With the original Switch, they were going to use magnets, and that's where the click sounds comes from in the Nintendo Switch logo, where it makes the snap, the clicking sound. That's actually the sound of the magnets for on like the prototype Switch model that we never ended up getting. So it's kind of come full circle where they're returning to that. So that's interesting. Lastly, the name. What do I think it's going to be called? I might have gotten spoiled. Spoiled. It appears like it might just be called the Switch 2, and that's what a lot of people have been guessing, and that makes the most sense. I, however, have been headcanoning. I posted it on Twitter like a year ago. I think a cool name for the Switch successor would be the Nintendo Switch Duo. I just think that's a really cute, fun name because it's like duo. It means like two or a pair. But it's also, you're not just calling it 2. Like it's not just like the Nintendo Switch 2. It's the Nintendo Switch Duo. Like it's a new name, or even just like the Nintendo Duo. I don't know. I just think that's a more interesting name. I also think like it would make sense if there was some kind of like Nintendo DS support like right away. So it's like this is the system that has DS games, or even like people have theorized about there being 2 screens. It doesn't seem like that's the case, but I don't know. Maybe there'll be a way to play it like a DS, like attach the Joy-Cons in some weird way. I don't know. I think Duo would have been a cool name for the successor. Is that all I can think about the console? We'll probably get a good kickstand. Supposedly it's LED, not OLED. Or LCD, sorry. LCD? LED? What screen does the base Switch have? I just realized I don't know if it's LCD or LED. Well, anyway, I don't think it will have OLED in any case. Games. Will they show any? Actually, cartridges. Okay, cartridges. I think it's going to be backwards compatible with the original Switch, but it'll be like a 3DS situation where there's a little nubbin or something that, or maybe the cartridges will just be kind of like a bigger profile, so they can't physically fit in the old Switch, but it's like the port can still fit the smaller games. Yeah, that's what I think. I don't think it's going to be anything too radically different. But yeah, games. What games will they show off? It's been so long since we got a 3D Mario, so I'm kind of... Come on! Give me a 3D Mario, come on! 3D Mario, what do you think it would be? I don't know, should I theorize about, like, if they did do a 3D Mario, what it would be? I don't know, like an Odyssey 2, but would it be literally an Odyssey 2, or would it be, like, something new? I think Bowser's Fury, to me, I think that's what Nintendo would do next. They would basically do an Odyssey 2, but it's like Bowser's Fury where you enter entire levels from an open world. And it's funny because that's what I thought Mario 64 was when I was a kid, when I first was gonna purchase Mario 64. I just assumed everything was like one interconnected map and you just could walk from level to level. But instead it ended up being separated by paintings, loading zones, and that was the case with every 3D Mario. But I don't know, I think it would be cool. It would make sense for Nintendo to experiment for the next Switch. Just be like, even if they never do it again, open world 3D Mario. And I want to be clear, I'm not expecting like Breath of the Wild scale open world 3D Mario. Just basically like, just take a normal Mario game, like in the size of the worlds, and then just make them interconnected. You know, like one map where you can walk between levels and you can use a cannon or something to like shoot yourself to a level instantly. Gameplay wise, I don't know. It's Nintendo. They could do anything. I've noticed they have been like one mechanic they really liked recently is letting you play as enemies, um, and other characters from the Mario universe. So it would be like in Mario Odyssey, you could possess a Goomba, but I think it would just be cool if like, you know, play as more enemies, because Mario enemies are are so memorable because of the interesting mechanics that they compel you to do as a player, but also the mechanics like they themselves, like a piranha plant. Like how would you like imagine playing as a piranha plant? Like how would that work? Or I guess we've seen like how a chain chomp works, stuff like that. I don't know. They could do some things. Like that Mario Wonder did some interesting things where you turn into an enemy. Um, what else could we see? I guess Metroid Prime 4 would be the obvious one. That just feels like that might be a launch title. Based off what we've seen, like we got like a cutscene, the opening sequence of the game. That looked pretty complete in my opinion, and I'm sure some of the maybe it's possible the later levels aren't even close to being done. But considering how long they've been working on the game, I imagine that the game's basically done. So I could see it being a launch title. I don't know, new Kirby, that would be cool. There's been rumors of like a Wind Waker remaster. So we could get a Wind Waker remaster, that would be cool. I don't know. That would be, that'd be a good compromise. No new Zelda, but we get a remaster. Or I guess a port of a remaster, port of Wind Waker. And that would be, I would buy that. I would buy that immediately. Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else I want to predict so I can be like, called it? I don't know. I don't know. It would be cool if they made more of a point to use the 3D the HD rumble. That would be cool. But the problem is like the Joy-Cons don't really have good motion tracking. What do we call it? Gyroscopic tracking. So if they just like made that better, I imagine they could do a lot with that. I'm surprised they didn't do more with that. And I guess if they did do more on the base Switch with that, I would have complained because I don't like the base Switch Joy-Cons for a lot of reasons. They're just really finicky. The stick drift. I also just think they're not very comfortable. But I don't know. I don't know. They could probably do some interesting stuff. I would like to see a game that really leans into HD Rumble, or at least utilizes it in a cool way. Oh yeah, there was rumored to be like a 3D Donkey Kong. That never happened. Maybe we'll see that instead of Mario. Maybe we'll get a new Donkey Kong. Like when you think about it, you look at Super Nintendo World. They have a whole section of the park dedicated to Donkey Kong. Why? When you think about it, Donkey Kong was really only that popular back on the arcade, and like he's had some successful games. Like the one on the Wii sold pretty well, and the one on the 3DS sold pretty well. But Donkey Kong's not as big as it used to be, but they're really pushing it. So I'm on board with the idea, the rumor that they're making a 3D Donkey Kong, and if that's what like Mario EPD 8 has been doing, then yeah, like maybe we'll just see a new Donkey Kong. That'd be really cool. I don't know. Like, what are we gonna get a new Splatoon? I don't think so. I don't know. Do we really need or want a new Splatoon? I don't know. Like, what if they just started doing a Fortnite thing? Not with microtransactions, but just like a subscription. I guess we technically do play for the online subscription, but what if they did like a game subscription where it's like just new stuff? Like, you pay, or just DLC, where it's just like $20. Here you get a bunch of new maps, stuff like that. I don't know. Anything else? Oh, I can't think. I can't think of anything else. What would be crazy? What would be like a crazy tease or reveal? Star Fox? Star Fox? Star Fox? Come on. Star Fox, come on. F-Zero would be cool. I don't expect them to do it. But a new F-Zero? Yeah, I don't know. Star Fox? What else? What hasn't been around? What hasn't been around for a long time? Luigi's Mansion? Okay, I could maybe see that, maybe. Okay, that, I think I've exhausted my guesses. It's been 20 minutes. I think I've exhausted everything I could possibly speculate. Yeah. Star Fox. I want a Star Fox. Please give to me. I wish I had hand tracking. I'm reaching out my hand. Nintendo, give to me new Star Fox. Okay, I will pay you all the money. But please don't make it a please don't make a retelling though of 64. Please, just make it a new game. Like, here's the thing, Nintendo. This is a crazy concept. You can make a new Star Fox, a new game, and it can have a character you fight that isn't Andros. I know that's a wild take. It doesn't have to be Andros. It can be anything. You could make it up right now. It could be alien giraffe. It could be an interdimensional giraffe. And he has like a big neck and he just swings it around. And that's the final boss of the new Star Fox. You can do anything. It could also be cool if, like, you had to fight Fox McCloud's father, like his father turned evil. Like, is kind of a Darth Vader situation. That would be cool. That'd be cool, but you can only do it once. Which is sad. But yeah, like, sorry, I don't want to keep going on about Star Fox, but it's just like, when you really unpack it, Star Fox was such a novel game. Like, the fact that there was dozens of branching paths and the story could change based on whether you won or lost a level, whether or not you, like, against, like, Star Wolf, whether you... My character freaked out for a second. Whether you went down, like, a secret path, like a secret route, stuff like that. There's not really another game like Star Fox out there, and it's a shame. Both in terms of controls, but also in terms of, like, how the story is structured. It's, and the fact that it, like, has a story versus most other Nintendo games that don't really have a story. Like, Star Fox and Zelda was it, in terms of, like, really leaning into the story. So I'm just having Zelda is kind of... In Metroid, I guess. Sounds, even then, Metroid is, like, it's just lore. There's not much in terms of story. You know, it changes from game to game how much story you get, but it's almost always more lore than it is, like, the character dynamics. You get what I'm saying? And I don't know, I just miss Star Fox. I want there to be more story-driven games, you know. And oh yeah, price. That should be the last thing. How much do I think it's gonna go for? The new Switch model. I think they're gonna try to really market this as, of course, a product for, you know, anyone, you know, the family. They'll probably have a cheaper model for kids or something. But I think, like, they're gonna try to really be like, this is the more expensive system, and we know that. But we also know you guys want more power. You guys want more graphically intensive games, more mature games. Like, there was a time where Nintendo really was chasing the family, like, the family-friendly image, and that's still a part of their brand. But I think now they're really, like, leaning into the fact that they are an entertainment company. They're a tech company, and you can't just appeal to one demographic. You have to... Their best chance of success is to cast a wide net, where they appeal to, you know, families, of course, but also dedicated gamers that, like, have disposable income and money, that will play their games religiously and not just, you know, buy it because it has motion controls. So I feel like $400. That's what I think. Would I be surprised by 450? I feel like that's the highest they would go. If they went over that, if they went as high as the PS5, I don't know if it would sell that well. I think 400 is the sweet spot, but if they went lower, that would be crazy. If they went lower, if they did 349, that would be insane. But I'm expecting 400. Oh yeah, and there's rumors about it being like 4K using how would you say, like the fancy new technology, the new chip, kind of like AI upscales the resolution, and we'll see how good that is in practice. But that's what I anticipate based on the rumors, and it should be more cost effective for them, which means it's more cost effective or more affordable for us. So that's what I think. Okay, it's been like 30 minutes. I guess it's finally time. So I did see a picture of it for like a millisecond on Instagram when I opened Instagram, and that's how I found out that they did this. They didn't announce it. They were just like beforehand. They were just like, boom, it's on Instagram. Here's like a video, and I clicked away, and then scrambled to like get everything set up to record my reaction to this. Okay, hold on. I might have to recenter my character. Okie dokie. I'm nervous. I also hope the audio works. We'll find out. So let's see. Ooh, it's literally exactly how people were describing it. No way it has a freaking 2 on it. It has a freaking 2. I think that's ugly. But that's literally what some of the rumors were saying. They were like, it's literally just a 2 next to the logo, and I'm like, nah, it's Nintendo. They'll do something more creative than that. They'll like I don't know. They'll just have like it be like somehow incorporate the 2 into the Joy Cons, or like maybe just get rid of the text. But it's like the Switch logo, the 2, and then also Nintendo Switch. I think that's ugly. Also black. I don't know. That's interesting. I guess that is interesting. It's like a matte black Nintendo console. What? When's the last time we got one of those? I guess the Wii U. I guess it wasn't matte. It was glossy, but it was like the GameCube. That's kind of crazy. Okay, if you get a purple one, if you give us a purple one, okay, that'd be kind of nuts. That'd be kind of nuts right away. Okay, it's only 2 minutes long. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Can I turn off the annotations, please? Thank you. What is the ambient mode? I don't know what that is. Nintendo Switch 2. Or do you think that was just that they were baiting us and it's just like, I don't know, they called it Nintendo Switch when they revealed the NX, they just called it the Nintendo Switch. So I guess it is just called the Nintendo Switch 2. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna probably just call it the NS2 because I think that sounds cooler. The NS2 or the S2. S2. They should have just called it the S2. That's my opinion. I wonder if PlayStation's gonna get on their butt about it. Like, do you think PlayStation will be like, no, we own the numbers motif. That's our thing. We spent a real hard long time thinking on that. The numbers. Okay. What the frick? Yeah, I know it's not me. Go away. Okay, it's still red. Still, what the frick? Okay, that was weird. Wait, hold on. Is that the audio? Where's the freaking audio? Hello? Hold on, let me get rid of my remote. Sorry. I was like, there's no audio. What? Okay, for real. Take 2. Mm-hmm. Classic. Look how thick that border is. The border of the old Switch. Whoa! Whoa, it's thick! Oh my god, they're trying to be PlayStation with this. Did you see that? Ooh, that's so good. Oh my god, that's so good. Oh, ooh. What? Oh, so what, do you think it'll have like good Bluetooth support? Interesting kickstand. I don't know if I like it. I'm worried it'll snap. That looks like it'll snap. This looks like a lot like a Nintendo Switch animation I made. I might throw it on screen. Ew, what? Whoa. Bro, this is funky. This whole thing is funky. What? It's so interesting. Yeah, this is literally the leaks. But it's like they made it jet out, like the shoulder buttons. So it's like easier to grab. Oh, that's funny. Cool. Whoa. Interesting. So it's contact. 2. It's so big. Ew, that logo's gross. I'm sorry. I think that logo's gross. Ah. Okay, wait. Is this deluxe? This looks like deluxe. No, wait. Is that a new Mario model? That's a new Mario model. Hold on. Sorry. Hold on. So here's the thing. I'm autistic. Also, I work in Blender and want to be a game developer. So when I see a model of Mario, I immediately know whether or not it's a different model of Mario. This is a new model of Mario. That's also a new Bowser. Look at it. Oh! Hold on. This is a new art style. Like, you know how Mario Wonder kind of had more chubby, sort of chubby, I don't know, what do you call it? Not chibi. I'm just gonna call it chubby. Like a more chubby art style, more reminiscent of the original Mario artwork, like from like that Miyamoto. No, was it Miyamoto? I think they ended up hiring a new artist to like redesign characters Miyamoto designed around Mario 3 and Mario 2. Sorry, not Mario 2. Doki Doki Panic. What do you just call it? Mario USA. No wait, yeah, Mario USA. Um, and these characters are different. Like, look at Mario's cheeks. His face cheeks. Don't get weird with it. His like, they're so much more pudgy, and I love it. Same with Bowser. Also, they look small. Oh, also I like how I noticed Mario's model is different, but I did not notice that the kart is completely new. That's funny. Um, but yeah, really obvious that they redesigned the style of the characters. Love that. Oh my gosh, I really. I mean, the current Nintendo Mario style is fine. I just don't really like it. It doesn't. I don't know. I feel like it lost a bit of the charm that the old like artwork had. And even then, like art, you'll see artwork on Nintendo products featuring Mario, and they still resemble that original hand drawn sort of chubby style. And it's not reflective in the games. But now we got like Mario Wonder where they played with the style a bit, and now we have a new Mario Kart. Look at that. Also, there's like really cool detail on that. The hats on like we can't really see like the ground too much with the bitrate, but just looking at it, this looks better than all the DLC garbage we got. Like, I still can't get over how bad all the DLC tracks look. Okay, there were some ones that looked kind of good, but overall, they looked pretty bad. And I've heard people say, "Oh, you guys are just complaining. Like, it doesn't look that bad. You should be grateful that we even got new tracks." And it's like, bruh, like as someone who works with Blender, it would take me 5 seconds to just slap on an actual grass texture on some of those maps. Some of those maps, they didn't even have a grass texture. It was just a solid color. All you have to do, you unwrap it, and then you just it's already tiled. You just have grass. It's not that hard. You already have even then you have assets from the other tracks. Like, you can just copy paste like the bushes and stuff from those tracks. It's not hard, but everyone who knows nothing about game development wants to pretend that it's hard. That's something I want to do at some point. Is just like remaster some of the tracks. And I know there's some YouTube channels that have already been doing that. But it's like I'm just so pleased that we have a Mario Kart that doesn't look like it runs on the N64 anymore. Or the 3DS, I guess. Because it's like actual textures actual, like, I'm not that picky. I just want it to look like they care. They clearly cared with this. Versus all the games, the tracks ported from the phone. Like they clearly care with this, and I'm just very happy about that. Also, I'm also noticing the screen. Look at that. It's got a bit of a border that kind of sucks, but at the same time, like it's still a big screen. I'm worried how heavy it's gonna be. Like how heavy is the like you factor in the battery, the new GPU, the size of the screen, the new Joy-Cons. How heavy is this gonna be? I have to wonder. I don't play portable that much, but still, it's a factor you have to consider that I'm actively thinking about. No D-pad. Look at that. I should have guessed. Would it have a D-pad? Still no D-pad, and I guess it's because they still want to keep the two Joy-Con things where you can share with a friend. I've like only done that one time because no one wants to do that. Um, but it's cool. I guess the kids will like it. Play with friends, take it to a friend's house. I don't know. So that's cool. Oh my gosh. Hello? What's going on? Okay. So I don't know. I could probably go through it frame by frame to see if we got new characters. I don't really care that much. Unless we like really see one that sticks out. Don't care that much about new characters. Oh! What is this? Nintendo, you got explain this. What is this button? Maybe they'll show us in a second, but it's like, what is this? It's their capture button. This is the home button. What is this? I would think maybe it's a pair button. Like to, I don't know. Maybe what if you like lose? What if you have the Joy Cons but you lose the console? It's like they should have a button, so it's like find my console. Also, I don't like the dock. I don't like it. I feel like it should be lower, or it should go all the way up. I don't like that it's half. It's like, what is this? And then it's round. Like I kind of like that, but I wish it was like round at the bottom too. I don't know. Weird. What is this? Okay, this is like my first time using the Brave browser to like watch a YouTube video. Why is it so slow? Interesting. Hold on. Okay, I know. I said I was moving forward. There was physics. Did you see that? Pay attention to Mario's his art. He's like bouncing on the road on the terrain. Like the individual. It's lagging. Sorry. They're like bouncing up and down, like as it goes. That's very interesting. That's something I was wondering if they'd ever do. Yeah, look at that little jump. Very cool. Okay. Whoa, you just pull it out like that? That's crazy. 2025. When? Okay. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Yeah. Details will be shared. Okay, so let's check the website in a second. Nothing else? No new Mario? They literally just showed Mario Kart. Is that all we're gonna get? Nintendo Switch 2 Experience. Okay. Okay. No, don't. No, autoplay, no. I hate that. I hate autoplay on YouTube. That control stick spinning with style better be a flex for no upcoming drift issues. That was the most get off my back energy I've ever seen in a teaser. Okay. Learn more. Yes. How many views does this have? 10 million views! 10 million views in... I don't even... How long is this? How many hours has this been? 10 million views. Oh my gosh. This is it? This is it. Okay. Ooh, look, it shows you. It's color coded. Interesting. Very interesting. So it doesn't slide in, it just, you push it in. Okay. This looks like the thing I made, honestly. Yeah. Was it, wait. Stay tuned for a closer look April 2nd. Okay, so that's when we'll get the games. That's when we'll see some games. Okay. So yeah, that was my reaction to Nintendo Switch 2. I don't know what else to say, because I feel like I've dissected it enough. I didn't see the fans. Did you guys see the fan ports? Anywhere? Where's the fans on this system? So, okay, so it's got fans on the top. Does that have fans on the bottom? Does the Switch have fans? I thought the Switch has fans on the back. It doesn't look like there's any fans on the back. Very interesting. So if you get anything stuck, if you get any gunk or whatever on the ports at the top, your Switch 2 is just gonna explode. Lucky, I'm pretty like, I keep my consoles pretty pristine, so probably won't have to worry about that. But still, it's like only one sort of fan port at the top. It's very interesting. Maybe there's some down here we can't really see. I don't like the logo. I don't like the logo. I say this as someone who's not professionally designed, but someone who still has designed logos, you know, who's been studying logo design and stuff. And I just don't like this logo. Like, here's what you could have had made this Joy-Con bigger, or you could have like put the two in between. Why didn't you do that? That's what I would, fix. I'll help you fix it right now in post. Put the two right there and move this over. Fixed. It would look better. It would look 100 times better. So very interesting. They are just calling the Nintendo Switch, like, so we're gonna get the Nintendo Switch 3 and it's gonna stay like this forever. They're not gonna change it up. I feel like you could have done so much more, Nintendo. I could make something better. I will make something better. I will. Maybe I won't put it in this video, but I'll post it to my Blue Sky or something and be like, Nintendo, hire me. I know. I'm curious how many people are going to be defending this logo. Like, passionately defending this logo. Like, oh, it's so good. I don't know. I just think it's not like is it the worst logo I've ever seen? I don't know. I hesitate to call it the worst logo I've ever seen, even, because it's like, it's hardly even changed. You just kind of put a 2 there. Like, did you really? You spend that much time on it? Just kind of, I imagine they actually did spend some time on it, and they're just like, well, we're just gonna put a 2 there. They don't want it. They don't want a Wii U situation. They're like, no, this is a 2. This is the second one. I think it looks dumb. I think it looks really dumb. Like, I don't know. You could have even redesigned. Like, the Joy-Cons don't even look like this anymore. You could have, like, done something different with the Joy-Cons, like incorporated into the 2 somehow. I don't know. We're probably gonna see a lot of really cool mock-ups by fans on the internet really soon. But just like just move the 2 over and then slide this over here. That's all you gotta do, Nintendo. I just saved your company just now with that advice. So yeah, they didn't show us what the new cartridges look like, which is interesting. What is this? Oh, that's probably for the SD card. No, they got one here too. Speakers? I guess those are the speakers. What is that button? They didn't tell us what the button is. Hey, so it's got a charge port at the top. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, we got a charge port at the top. Okay. They even put the Nintendo logo in there. Oh, no, IR sensor. I was right. I was right. They ditched it. They ditched it. But there was no port at the bottom, so it's like they're... Oh, look, new... Ooh. Ooh. Cool. Okay. No. Cool. And then this is the this back here is the Nintendo Switch 2 XL. they're cheeky like that. Did they show us the dock? They didn't really show us the dock. Like, does the dock have like more USB ports? Like USB-C? How do we can you charge the Joy-Cons from the controller? Like, can you plug in the controller? I don't know. I was hoping they would put like USB-C on the bottom for charging, but then also if they wanted to, you know, put some peripherals on it. That would make so much sense to like attach a peripheral, and it's like, oh, you can do some cool stuff with that. Interesting. It's just so interesting that they're like this and not just wirelessly charge. I'd be worried about those breaking or wearing down. It's just interesting how just plain it looks. It just looks like, yeah, just like another Nintendo Switch. It doesn't really look... It doesn't even look like a Nintendo console. Can we talk about that? I want to wrap this up. It doesn't look like a Nintendo console. It looks like... It almost looks like some kind of weird... The colors, honestly, almost make it look like more like a toy than the old one did. Like with the black. But then it almost looks like a PlayStation product at the same time. But not as glossy. Because PlayStation really likes that gloss. They want to... Everything's gotta be glossy so it gets scratched the frick up. So that's it. So it's interesting. Like, look at the... It's just like you slide it right off. And the sticks, do the sticks look bigger? It's hard to tell because the console's bigger too. I think the sticks are bigger, just by just the littlest amount. Cool. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. I guess I don't have anything else to say. But check out some of my other videos if you want. See me ramble about other stuff, nerd about other stuff. I recently did some more Let's Playing of Tears of the Kingdom. I still haven't beaten the game, but I did some more Let's Playing of that. But the audio was kind of scuffed up, so now I'm thinking about unlisting those videos and redoing the audio. Because I thought I was like, oh, I'm gonna use this new filter. It'll make my audio sound better. It made it sound worse. So I'm gonna deal with that later, I guess. Yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, like the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I guess the next when? In April. See you next time. Bye-bye.